Maam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataaya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketase cha. So we were doing the mantra number 9, 1 to 9. So let us chant that. Naisha tarkena matirafaneya
नैषा तर्केण मतिरापनेया
प्रोक्तान्येनैव सुज्ञानाय प्रेष्ठ
प्रोक्तान्येनैव सुज्ञानाय प्रेष्ठ
यां त्वमापः सत्यधृतिर्बतासि
यां त्वमापः सत्यधृतिर्बतासि
त्वादृङ्नो भूयान्नचिकेतः पृष्टा
त्वादृङ्नो भूयान्नचिकेतः पृष्टा.
Another important mantra following the previous mantra, where which was a logical continuation of Yamadharmaraja's introduction of our pursuits, Shreyas and Prayas. So we knew we had four Purusharthas, but Yama said he split the four into two, called Prayas and Shreyas. So we saw that very significant series of mantras which helped us understand the difference between moksha and the other Purusharthas. What is the difference? Significant differences. One is dharmartha kama are produced from karma, action. While moksha, if we don't see that as being produced by karma, then we will still get Swarga Prapti possible. But Swarga Prapti is going to be Anityam, because if it is any moksha produced by karma, will be Anityam because karma is Anityam. As is the means, so will be the result. As is the effort, so will be the result. Okay. The result will have the qualities of the cause. The effect will have the qualities of the cause. Okay? Therefore, anything that karma can produce can only be like karma, namely anityam. This is very significant. This is not difficult to understand. And so, this important thing we learned, and therefore he said, Shreyas is going to be different, and it better be different, and it cannot be going to a place, because there are four types of results for every action. What are the four types of results? Opium, first result is opium. Opium means what? Reaching a particular place that you're not there yet. I am at place A, I want to be in place B. And what do you have to do to go to place B? You have to put some effort, etc. Wait it out, etc. If it's a long distance, you have to wait it out also. So time and space, separated by time and space. Opium, then utpadyam. Let me do it this way. Opium, utpadyam. Utpadyam means creating something that doesn't exist now. Okay, creating a piece of art, creating a house that does not exist now, etc. Utpadyam. Apyam utpadyam. Then what? Samskaryam. Samskaryam. Refining, cleaning. House is there, but I'm cleaning the house. Okay. Samskaryam and vikaryam. Vikaryam is modification. Modification. Like I got a lot of things in my kitchen and then I do some modification and suddenly I produce something that did not exist before. It's really not a new creation, but it's a modification. Modification of something. Modified milk to yogurt. Modified. So subtle difference between modification and utpadya, creation. Okay. These are the only four outcomes of karma. These are the only four outcomes of karma. Okay. And Yama is saying, no, moksha cannot be in this category. The infinite cannot be created by the finite. Nityam cannot be created from anityam. Period. Okay. Then we saw in the last mantra, na narena avarena proktaha yeshaha. Okay. So very significant mantra there. And there he talked about finally at the end that the teacher who is teaching this must understand the Atma Tattvam, that the non-dual Atma must be understood by that person alone. When this is taught, then only something can happen in our life. Some change can happen. Otherwise, we will still be trapped in this punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So ananyena prukte sati, then suvijnaya bhadi. It will be easily understood. It will be understood as it is to be understood. This is the beauty of knowledge. Knowledge means what? Teaching. That is why a child goes to school, not to believe what the teacher says, to understand what the teacher says. Maybe initially believing. Shraddha is very important. Without believing, there's no chance of even listening to a teacher. So belief must be there. I believe that this hour is going to be useful for me. So belief. Otherwise, none of us will be sitting in any class. Okay. Then, but he says, if it is not taught by such a teacher who has the vision of non-dual Atma, then Bahuda Chintyamanaha, we saw that quite elaborately. Bahuda. Too many opinions will be there. Every other person will have an opinion. Why? How come so many opinions? Because Atma is subtle. Therefore, anything you say, somebody says, you can't, we don't have the buddhi to question it. Therefore, many views will be there. That is what he said. Then Aniyan, etc. We saw it last time. Continuing that train of thought, he is saying here, Naisha Tarkena Matirapaneya in mantra number 9. Tarka. Tarka is important. So, Kevala Tarkena, by logic alone, you cannot figure this out. You cannot figure out the infinite Atma. Why? Because logic can only take me from a finite A to another finite B. A PhD from Harvard comes to India, meets a Swami. One famous Swami was there. Meet. That I've done my PhD in logic. Logic. You people call it tarka. We call it logic. Oh, I see. Okay. And I want to, I want to round my teaching, my learning, my study. I want to round it up with some study of Vedanta. Because I heard you people are all good in these kinds of things. Then the Swami said, no, that won't work out. That won't work out. And he said, "What? I know. I mean, I'm a PhD. Did you not hear what I said? I'm a PhD in logic from Harvard. Okay, Harvard means we should all shiver. All of us will say we have to salute. We have to do namaskar. Then, then Guruji said, Swami said, okay, you put me to a test. He said, that man said, test me. So he said, okay, we'll test you. Two people came down through a chimney. Some of you are already laughing. I hope everybody knows this or what. I hope some of you don't know what I'm saying. Okay, two people came down it through a chimney. One person's face was dark, another person's face was okay. Who will wash their face first? So he said, what kind of question? Is this a question in logic or what? Obviously, the person with the dark face will wash his first. Then he said, no, that's not correct. The person with the dark face looks at the person with the bright face and says everything is okay. And so the person with the bright face is the one who's going to wash his face. And he said, oh, wow, that's pretty smart of you. Fantastic. No, please check me once again. I'm not that bad. He said, okay. Then he said, two people came down through the chimney. And then same thing. One person had this dark face, another person clean face. Who will wash their face first? He said, I thought we figured this out already. The person with the bright face is going to wash their face. And he said, no, it's not correct. The person with the um, both persons will wash their face because the person with the bright face will wash their face. Then this guy is wondering, oh, I see, I should also wash my face. And therefore, the person with the dark face also washes their face. Oh, yeah, this is correct. I should have guessed this. Now, please try me this once more. And he said, two people are coming down the chimney. One has a dark face, one has a clean face. Who is going to wash their face? He said, no, of course, both will wash their face. No, that's not correct. The guy with the dark face is, of course, not going to wash their face. Then the guy with the bright face wonders why the dark faced guy is not washing their face, and therefore he also does not wash his face. And therefore, both people, none of them wash their faces. He said, this, this is, no, I'm not that bad, Guruji, I'm not really that bad. And please, I need to learn some Vedanta from you. Then he said, then he said, this guy was out of his wits' end now. And he said, two people came down the chimney. Who washed their face? And this guy said, no, no, this is too much for me. What is it? What are you doing? Then Swamiji said, did you now understand the problem? The problem is using logic alone. You come up with excellent, you use excellent logic, but you come up with stupid conclusions without asking the basic question. How can two people come down the same chimney and one person's face is dark and other person's face is not dark? This is the question you ought to be asking. Instead, you're answering the questions and then coming up with useless conclusions. This is what will happen if you use logic alone. Okay. Some other logic you may have to use. Some other logic sometimes. And so, Naisha Tarkena Matirapaneya. This Matihi, Atma Matihi, Shankara is going to say, this Brahma Vidya, he is not accessible to logic. We use logic all the time. Constantly we use logic, obviously. Otherwise, you can't study. We are not illogical people. But then, Kevala Tarkena. Okay. Then Proktanyenaiva Sujnanaya Preshta. Anyena Prokta means taught only by somebody other than a Kevala Tarkika. Other than a logician like this Harvard logician, only that person can unfold this Atma. And then another beautiful thing. Yam tvam apah satya dhritar batasi. Yam tvam apah. He says, you, apaha means aptavan. You almost got this knowledge. You got the knowledge, he says. Tvam apaha. Yam tvam apaha. That which you gained means as good as gained in Yama's mind. Asi. Satya dhritihi batasi. Bata. Hey, hey, dear one. Bata means dear one. Satya dhritihi. You are somebody with a firm resolve. And in this in this Atma Vidya, Tvadrang no bhuyan nachiketah prashta. Naha. Naha means for us. Naha means for us. Twadrik naha. That's the way to split it. Twadrik naha. Bhuyat nachiketaha prashta. May for us, naha, there be vivekis like you, prashtas like you. Prashta means literal meaning is one who questions is a prashta. Means one who is inquisitive, one who is a viveki, one who wants to know, one who does not let go from what they want to know, what they want to seek. May we have more students like you. That is the meaning here. Okay. So let us read the Bhaashyam. Ataha
अतः
ananya prokte
अनन्यप्रोक्ते
आत्मनि उत्पन्ना
आत्मनि उत्पन्ना
या इयम् आगम प्रतिपाद्य
यः इमम् आगम प्रतिपाद्य
it is ya imam. Okay.
य इमम् आगमं प्रतिपाद्य
आत्ममतिः
आत्ममतिः
न एषा तर्केण
न एषा तर्केण
स्वबुद्धि अभ्यूहमात्रेण
त्वं स्वबुद्धि अभ्युहमात्रेण
आपनेया
आपनेया
न प्रापणीया इत्यर्थः
न प्रापणीया इत्यर्थः
न आपनेतव्या
न न आपनेतव्या
वा न हातव्या
वा न हातव्या
तार्किकः हि
तार्किः तार्किकः हि
अनागमज्ञः
अनागमज्ञः
स्वबुद्धिपरिकल्पितम्
स्वबुद्धिपरिकल्पितम्
यत्किञ्चित् एव कथयति
यत् किञ्चित् एव कथयति
अतः एव
अतः एव
च
च
या इयम् आगमप्रभूता
या 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 अहम् आगमप्रभूता
या इयम् आगमप्रभूता
या इयम् आगमप्रभूता
the sandhi ya and em will become yam. Okay. Matihi
मतिः
अन्येन एव
अन्येन एव
आगम अभिज्ञानेन
आगम अभिज्ञानेन
आचार्येण एव
आचार्येण एव
तार्किका तार्किकात् प्रोक्ता सती
तार्किकात् प्रोक्तात् सति
सुज्ञानाय
सुज्ञानाय
भवति
भवति
हे प्रेष्ठ
हे प्रेष्ठ
प्रियतम.
प्रियतम.
So Shankaracharya starts the Bhaashyam with the word ataha. Ataha means therefore. So Sanskrit students know this word therefore. Ataha. So therefore means wherefore. Therefore, somebody says therefore. Generally, we don't start a lecture by saying therefore. So because something must have been said before saying therefore. Therefore means we have to go back to the previous mantra and what was said in the previous mantra. Therefore means because this Atma is not cannot be taught by an Avara Purusha. It has to be taught by an Ananya Purusha. It has to be taught by somebody who has the vision of Advaita Atma. Otherwise, it's going to be great to hear, but is absolutely useless. And because of that, okay, Ataha Ananya Prokte Atmani. Utpanna ya iyam agama pratipadya atmamatihi. Atmamatihi is the noun there. Atmamatihi means atma buddhihi, means atma vidya. Okay, he's using the word atma to that, so that shows it's atma vidya. Okay, that atma vidya only when it is taught by an ananya purusha, ananya prokte atmani utpanna ya atma vidihi, that brahma vidya, atma vidya, which is taught on only by an ananya purusha, right? Ananya purusha means what? Advaita Nishtacharya, one who has the Nishta in that Atma Vastu. Okay. Agama Pratipadya. Agama means Veda. Veda means Vedanta in our context. Vedanta Pratipadya. Unfolded by Vedanta, by the part of the Veda called Vedanta. Or, or just Veda is fine. So Tarkena, Kevala Tarkena not possible. Vedas have to come into play. Without bringing in the Vedas, you can't figure out the Atma. Even to see your own eyes, you can try whatever you want. You cannot see your own eyes. This Vidya is like that. You have to bring an external means called their mirror. In that case, you have to see a mirror to see your eyes. Otherwise, it's not possible. Likewise, you have to bring the Vedas, invoke the Vedas. Only then the Atma will be revealed. So that kind of Atma Vidya, na esha tarkena. That Atma Vidya, esha means what? That because Strilingam, no? Ikaranta Strilingam. Therefore, esha. Esha means she. She means this Vidya. This Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, tarkena. Shankaracharya says, Swabuddhi Abhyuha Matrena. Swabuddhi, using our own intellect. Because we are all logicians. Everybody is good at logic. How do you know everybody is good at logic? The minute you say something illogical, they will ask you, what do you mean? That's how we know that everybody is good at logic. Okay? And the minute you say, I came from Delhi to Coimbatore in 5 minutes. Oh, what? So what means what? Why you don't listen to me? You don't trust me or what? Am I not your good friend? No, good friendship and logic are not related to each other, right? So, therefore, thankfully, it's not related because good friends are friends just because they love each other. That's about it. All this logic and all you should not bring into friendship. Okay. Here he says, Swabuddhi abhyuha matrena. Just using the logic and speculation from your own intellect without resorting to anything like the Vedas in this case, that is called Tarka. Excellent logic, great logic, but then by that alone, Apaneya na Prapaniya ityartha. Shankaracharya is giving a meaning for Apaneya. Apaneya is Chandasam. Chandasam means it's a Vedic usage. It should be apaniya, not apaneya. Indirectly is indicating by saying prapaniya. Okay, so quote unquote grammatically incorrect, but the Shastram has the license to do that, and so we call that such words as chandasam. Chandasam. So apaneya is a chandasam usage. Na prapaniya cannot be obtained. That Atma Vidya through Tarka cannot be obtained. Means Tarka is not enough for you to, not accessible by Tarka alone. Okay. Atma Vidya not accessible. Okay. Then what? Na apanetavya va na hatavya. Va means or. Alternatively, another meaning for this word apaneya is apaneya. Look at it as apaneya, he says. That is also another formation, verb formation. Apaneya means what? Hatavya. Hatavya. Hatavya means Brahma Vidya cannot be disproved, negated by logic. Atma Purnaha Sarvavyapi. Atma Nityam. No logic can disprove it. No logic can prove it. We said earlier, no logic can disprove it also. Why? Because logic is like that. Logic is very good to take us from finite A to finite B. But Atma doesn't fall in that category. Therefore, and he's concluding here, Tarkikaha hi anagamagyaha. And who is this Tarkika? Tarkika is a logician. And what do you mean by logician? Anagamagyaha. Gyaha means knowledgeable. Agamagyaha means knowledgeable in the Vedas. Anagamagyaha means not knowledgeable in the Vedas. Either not knowledgeable in the Vedas or not using the Vedas or does not know the Veda properly. Okay, any of that can be anagamagyaha. Okay, and being such a person, swabuddhi parikalpitam yatkinchit eva kathayati. Kathayati tells. Spins is a better word. Yatkinchit eva spins. That person spins something or the other about Atma. Anything we say about Atma, we're not using Vedanta, is going to be what? Atma is Apurnaha, will be there. Atma will be Anityam. Atma will be Karta. Atma will be Ashuddhaha. So Bhokta, all these things, you look at all the Sankhya, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, and this yoga, you will have all these. One or more of these attributes will be there. And so, that's why they are called Tarkika, Tarkika Darshanaha. Okay. Only Uttara Mimamsa and Purva Mimamsa. Uttara Mimamsa means Advaita Vedanta. Only they are they are they also they are Veda Pradhanya Darshanaha. Veda is Pradhana, primary. Okay. Yatkinchiteva Kateti. Yatkinchit means something or the other. They're very good people. They are very good at logic and all. They are very good at talking. Yatkinchiteva. Every other person says something different. Okay. Ataha eva cha. Ataha eva cha. He preshta. Look at the last two words. He preshta priyatama. It's an address. He preshta. Preshta means there's a moolam. Shankaracharya says priyatama. Dearest one. Hey, dearest one. Uh, Even though I've not known you for very long at all, still you have become very dear to me because you are that kind of a person. And ataha evacha, ataha, therefore alone, ya iyam, okay, you have to split the sandhi, ya, okay, ya iyam agama prabhutha matihi. Look at that. Shankaracharya is using strilingam everywhere. Prabhutha, akaranta strilingam, ikaranta strilingam, matihi, buddhihi. So this Atma Vidya, okay, Agama, which is Agama Prabhuta, which is unfolded by the Vedas, by a teacher who knows the Vedas, that Agama Prabhuta, Anyena Eva. You have to bring the word Tarkikat. You have to bring that word forward and then say Tarkikat Anyena Eva. Look at that key word Tarkikat Shankaracharya provides, which is not there in the Moolam. Correct? Tarkikat Anyaha means what? Anyaha means other. Tarkikat Anyaha, other than a Tarkika. Tarkika. Kevala Tarkika. Tarkika means a pure logician, like that Harvard graduate. Somebody other than that pure Tarkika, Kevala Tarkika, Shushka Tarkika. They use the word Shushka Tarkika because, Tarka is dry. So they say Shushka Tarkika. Shushka means dry. Tarkika Anyena Eva. Very important word. Eva, alone, only. Only when taught by. That only is a very important word. Only. Only means it eliminates all other possibilities. Okay. Tarkikat anyena eva agama abhignena acharyena eva. Acharya. What kind of acharya? Agama abhignena. Same thing. Jnaha, one who knows. Abhijnaha knows it completely. Nothing else remains to be known. That kind of a person, right? And we saw in the last mantra. So Shankaracharya gave 4 meanings to that. Ananyaha. Anyaha 4 meanings. Sorry, Gatihi 4 meanings. Okay. What are the 4 meanings? See, it's been 1 week now. We forget things quite, 1 week is a long time. If you suppose I ask you what all you did for 1 week. So each of you can tell me for half an hour, you can tell me what all you did. But before that, we studied mantra number 8. Do you remember that? Yeah, mantra number what? 8. Yeah. So we have to go back and recall. So 4 meanings for gatihi. And what are the 4 meanings? Erroneous knowledge, doubt filled or doubt knowledge that includes doubts, that comes along with the doubts, and then ajnana, lack of knowledge, then samsara gatihi we saw. So those 3 things which have to do with that knowledge, okay, that person who does not have those 3, knowledge which is free of error, free of doubts, and of course free of ignorance, okay, that, and also agama abhigyena, agama, one who is exposed to the Vedas, one who got this through the Vedas, because without the Vedas, there's no chance of coming up with this. So that kind of a person, Acharya, Prokta Sati, Sati Saptami, when taught. So Prokta Sati means when taught by this kind of a person, by an Anyaha, who is what kind of Anyaha? Tarkika Anyaha, by somebody other than a Tarkika, exposed to the Vedas, etc., only by such a person. That is why Yajnavalkya tells Maitreyi in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, first he says Shrotavyam, then Mantavyam, then Nididhyasitavyam. Shrotavyam means first listen. Listen means listen to the Veda. Listen to the Veda. Then only Mantavyam. Mantavyam means Mananam. Mananam means processing what you understand. Processing, clearing doubts. Clearing doubts, which can be done only through logic. And so logic always comes after the Veda. Okay? And therefore, Shraddhavan Lavate Jnanam, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita. He doesn't say logician knows this. No. Logic is not a requirement for Vedanta, because the Shastram says whatever logic you know is enough. You don't have to get a PhD in logic to understand Vedanta. Okay. So, Prokta Sati, Sujnanaya Bhavati. Sujnanaya Bhavati. Accessible, Sujnanaya. That doubt-free knowledge is available for proper understanding. Sushtu Jnanaya Bhavati. Proper understanding. And understanding of Atma is equal to understanding of Ishvara. You have to bring Ishvara here. And Ishvara means Jagat has to come. All these 3 have to be understood. And then Ishvara, we previously used to be Paroksha. Now Ishvara becomes Aparoksha. You see how important all these things are. Previously, God was elsewhere. Then you say God is all pervasive and Atma is all pervasive. How can you talk about a God who is present elsewhere? Not possible. Okay. So that kind of an identity, Jiveshwara Aikyam, is being talked about by Shastram. And so, Sujnayaya Bhavati. Only under such conditions, this knowledge will be properly understood. Sujnanaya. Okay, let's read the remaining Bhaashyam. का पुनः
का पुनः
सा तर्कागम्या
सा तर्कागम्या
मतिः इति उच्यते
मतिः इति उच्यते
यां त्वं मतिम्
यां त्वं मतिं
मद्वरप्रदानेन
मद्वरप्रदानेन
आपः प्राप्तवानसि
आपः प्राप्तवानसि
सत्या
सत्या
अवितथ विषया धृतिः
Avitatha Vishaya Dhritihi
Yasya tava saha
Yasya Tava Saha
tvam satya dhritihi
Tvam Satya Dhritihi
bata asi iti
Bata Asi Iti
anukampayan aha
Anukampayan Aha
mrityuhu
Mrityuhu
nachiketasam
Nachiketasam
vakshyamana vijnana stutaye
Vakshyamana Vijnana Stutaye
त्वादृक्
Twadrik
त्वत्तुल्यः
Tvattulyaha
नः
Naha
अस्मभ्यम्
Asmabhyam
भूयात् भवतात् भवतु
Bhuyat Bhavatat Bhavatu
अन्यः पुत्रः शिष्यः वा
Anyaha Putraha Shishyaha Va
प्रष्टा
Prashta
ईदृक्
Kidrik
यादृक् त्वं हे नचिकेतः प्रष्टा.
Yadrik Tvam He Nachiketaha Prashta.
So he is now giving the meaning of the second half of the mantra. Yam tvamapa satya dhritir batasi. So he's saying, okay, Atmamatihi we said. So he's saying, Ka punaha sa tarka gamya matihi itu uchyate. Okay, let me tell you a little more about this Atmamatihi. This matihi, which is tarka gamya. Gamya means obtained. Agamya means not obtained, not gained. Tarka gamya matihi. That Atmavidya, which is not gained by Kevala Tarka, right? What is that? Saka, Punaha. And again, what is that? Okay, what is that? That knowledge. Yam Tvam Matim Madvara Pradhanena Apaha Praptavan Asi. That knowledge, which Yam Matim, that knowledge, right? Matim you bring forward. Yam Matim Tvam Praptavan Asi. Apaha means Praptavan. Apaha is Lung Lakaraha. So Shankaracharya is making it easier for us to understand by saying Praptavan. Praptavan means you gained. You gained, he says, that knowledge which you have gained. What a statement that is. Which you have gained means what? It is just a little longer, that's all. I'm going to tell you a few more things. You already got it, but I will strengthen your understanding by telling you about Atma. Okay, that is what he say. Madvara Pradhanena. Due to my blessing, due to the third boon that you asked, that I accepted, okay, Mad Tritiya Vara Pradhanena, by that, that knowledge, okay, further, what is that knowledge? Uh, yeah, see full stop, right? Then Satya, then now he's defining the word Satya Dhritihi. Satya Dhritihi is defining. Normally, the word, Moolam word is given first and then the meaning Shankaracharya will give. But here the meaning is given first and then the Moolam word is given. So there is a krama. There is it's not the proper order. It's not the typical order of writing Bhaashyam. And Swami Siddhavadannaji says that is because the student wrote it this way. Because it's all palm leaf, they've all written. So the student was busy writing or something. And so whether Shankaracharya wrote or not, we don't know. Shankaracharya must have written. But in this case, maybe something must have happened. And like that they say. Okay, what is Satya Dhritihi? Satya avitatha vishaya dhritihi yasya tava saha tvam. Okay, so Satya Dhritihi has two words, Satya and Dhritihi. Okay, Dhritihi. So Dhritihi means this mind, a focused mind, a mind that is focused on. Okay, that is Dhriti. focused on what? Avitatha Vishaya. Satya is translated by, explained by Bhaashyakara as Avitatha Vitaya. Very interesting Vishaya. Very interesting word. Vishaya, topic. The mind which is focused on a topic. And what kind of topic? Tatha, tatha. Yatha, tatha, we use the word commonly, Tatha means what? As it was, as it is. Okay? As it is. As it is means you want to understand something as it is. That is called tathatvam. Tathatvam. As it is. Okay? So, this tathatvam, vi tatha, vigataha tatha. That in which the tathatvam is not there. Vigataha means not there. Gone. The truth is gone, from which vigataha, vitatha means that from which the truth is gone, which means that which is false. Avitatha, not false, means true. True. Okay. So that is Shankaracharya's explanation of the word Satya. The explanation is more complicated than the actual word itself, Satya. Correct? In Mandukya Upanishad, there is a section called Vaitatya Prakaranam. That word is related to this word, Vitata. So Vitata means what? Falsehood. Mithyatvam. Mithya. There the Vitata means Mithya. So here Vitata means false and Avitata means truth. And so that mind which is focused on the truth of the self. Okay, that is the meaning of Satyadritihi. So you are somebody who is a Satyadritihi. You are somebody who is bent on knowing what this Atma is, who is committed to that. Okay, that person. Bata asi. Bata is an expletive. It's a particle which can be used in many contexts. And like in Bhagavad Gita, we saw Aho Batamahat Papam. Aho Batamahat Papam. Uh,
कर्तुं व्यवसितामयम्
Kartum Vyavasita Vayam Yadrajya Sukhalobhena Hantum Hantum Vyavasita
स्वजनमुद्
Ah, Hantum Swajanamudhyata.
स्वजनमुद्यताः
स्वजनमाहवे
स्वजनमाः
Swajanam Udyata. Okay.
यथा
Ahave comes later. So this is it. Aho Bata Mahat Papam. So Arjuna there is saying Aho Bata. Self pity there. Self pity. My goodness, we have all come here to destroy each other. Mahat Papam Kartum Siddhaha Vayam. We have determined to kill each other and do lot of papam, it seems. That is what he's saying. There, self pity. Okay, Yad Sukarajya, Rajrajya Sukalobena. By for greed, for kingdom, we have come here. This is how he is lamenting there. Here, Bata means an expression of compassion. Shankaracharya is saying, Anukampayan, empathy. Empathy means same emotion as the other person, empathy. So with empathy, because that person is now talking about Brahma Vidya, this one, Nachiketa. And so with that same feeling of joy, he wants to know and I want to teach. And therefore still same topic there, same compassion is there. A boy like this asking a question like that. So with a joy, feeling of joy, compassionate joy, Anukampayan Aha said, Aha means said. Who said? Mrityuhu. To whom was it said? Nachiketa. Some. And what for are the following words going to be said? Vakshyamana Vijnana Stutaye. What the following words? Why did he say the word Bata? That is the explanation Shankara is giving. Vakshyamana Vijnana Stutaye. For the stuti, for the praise of the Vijnanam, the knowledge that is about to be told. Vakshyamana means about to be told. It is future. Okay, future tense. Shanach pratyaya vach dhatu. Vakshyamana, about to be told or will be told, which is going to be told. That's the right translation. It is going to be told. For praising that knowledge, Yama is using the word bata, it seems. The word bata, so much he's reading into it. Means by saying that word bata, he's expressing that compassion, that empathy, and which is a praise of the knowledge, is what Shankaracharya is. When you praise a teacher, you're actually praising the knowledge. When you praise a student, you're praising the knowledge that the student knows. When you praise a painting on the wall, you're praising the painter which created the wall, the painting. Okay, so that is the idea here. Okay, then further, Swami Siddhavadanandaji says, but it seems when you're in pain in Tamil Nadu, when you're in pain, you say, Ayyo Amma. And when you're happy, you say, Ayyo Appa. It seems. So these words, we have words in our own language. And so, like that, bata, it has come like that, it seems. And so, Twadrik in the Moolam, fourth quarter, Twadrik means what? Tvat tulyaha, like you. Twadrik naha, for us, asmabhyam. Shankaracharya is helping us. Asmabhyam, for us, plural. Bhuyat bhavatat bhavatu. Be careful, split it properly. Bhuyat. Bhuyat is Ashir Ling, but he is now converting it into Lot. Bhavatu. Anyaha putraha shishyaha va prashta. Anyaha. May there be another student or another son. Son, student, all similar. Those days, son means nothing. There is no possession. Son means son is there to pass the Vedas on. And so, Put Patanat Trayate iti putraha. One who protects us from going to hell, it says, is a putra. Means that person better do something. Simply is driving a car, Impala sports car given by father and all is not enough. You got to go do something. That's why you're born here. Okay. So, Anyaha, let there be another student for us like you. Tvattulyaha. Like that is it. That is the greatest compliment a teacher can give and to a student. And so, Kidrik, what kind? What kind? Twadrik already said. Kidrik. Yadrik tvam he nachiketaha prashta. Twadrik. Yadrik tvam he means Twadrik. Like you. He nachiketaha. There it is an address. Prashta. Prashta. That is the adjective for Yadrik. Prashta. Literal meaning is one who questions. But here, one who has done pariksha lokan, karmachitan, and one who is asking questions, like Arjuna is asking questions. Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi keshava. You're praising knowledge, but how come you're asking me to fight this war? Good question. That's the way to ask. And so, so this person, Viveki Prashta Ityarthaha. So, the summary of this is what? Tarka. Tarka asiddhihi. By tarka, you cannot process this, you cannot figure this out. By tarka alone, you can't figure it out. Given the Vedas, given what the Vedas says about Atma, you can say, and then use logic to understand that. Okay, that is the main message here. Then, of course, there is Guru Stutihi. Tarkikat Anyena Prokta, right? Guru Stutihi. Shishya Stutihi. Tvattulya, Twadrik. No, Twadrik no Bhuyan Nachiketaf Prashta. So that's a praise of the student also. And thereby praising Vidya, knowledge also. And that knowledge is unique. And that Apaurusheya Pramanena Gamyaha Gamyam Jnanam. So we will conclude with that. Oh, this one we have to do Anvaya. All right.
Guruji, could you just say Asmabhyam? What did you say was the meaning?
Asmabhyam is for us. for us. For us. May there be another student like you for us. That is the meaning. Yama wants a student like Nachiketa. How nice it is. Anukampayan. Yeah. Compassionately. Anukampayan. Being
So similar. Compassion and compassion.
Ama. Very similar. See, Kampa. Kampa also. There's Kampana, Kampana.
It's a tremor, trembling. Kampa.
Trembling.
Resonate, basically, right? Resonate.
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 Okay, that resonate means empathy comes.
Yeah.
When you resonate with somebody, you
Yeah.
are in the same wavelength.
Right. Correct. So let's do the Anvaya. Yesha matihi tarkena na apaneya. All we are doing is bringing the nakara to the front. Na apaneya. Full stop. He preshta. Bringing the preshta from to the forward. He preshta. He supplied. Tarkikat anyena prokta. Bringing the word tarkikat within brackets. Tarkikat anyena prokta. Within brackets atma. In fact, better than atma would be atma matihi. What did Shankara say? Yeah. Agama prabhuta matihi. Anyena. Correct. Matihi. Yeah. So you can say, instead of saying atma, you can say atma matihi. Atma vidya has to come there. Because Trilingam, So anyena prokta atma or other atma matihi eva sati esha. Eva sati esha must be in brackets. Sati esha. Sujnanaya bhavati. Bhavati supplied. Yam matim tvam apaha. Matim supplied. Yam matim tvam apaha. Full stop. Aho supplied. Aho bata tvam supplied. Satya dhritihi asi. Aho bata tvam satya dhritihi asi. Aho and tvam supplied. Full stop. He nachiketaha. He supplied. Twadrik prashta naha bhuyat. Prashta brought forward. He supplied. He nachiketaha. Twadrik prashta naha bhuyat. Full stop. So I'll read the whole thing again. Yesha matihi tarkena na apaneya. Full stop. He preshtha tarkikat anyena prokta atmamatihi eva sati yesha sujnanaya bhavati. No, not full stop. Yam matim tvam apaha. Full stop. Aho bata tvam satya dhritihi asi. Full stop. He nachiketaha twadrik prashta naha bhuyat. Full stop. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।